trying to swing it at people in Beach Creek and imaginary bad neighbor and then imaginary bad neighbors, anybody else that would stick on day after day after day. I told him that night when everybody left the goddamn command post, I said, Dawn, please don't hurt her. She didn't, she didn't mean for us to have, like, I told him. He said, it's fine, I'm not going to do anything. I know she didn't do anything, and I was like, please just don't hurt her. And he promised me he wouldn't lay a fucking hand on her. And that dead-ass quiet on that goddamn road that night when everybody else left me and all of us alone, he promised me he wouldn't fucking lay a hand on her.
Hi, my name is Dee, and you're watching Dee True Crime Commentary. JodiSue has come into this case and done nothing but try to tear it apart, tear it down, misdirect us, off-track us from the Summer Wells case. She has tried really hard to do that over the past 4 years. It's time for people to make a stand. She tries to misdirect our thinking. She's mentioned her relationships with Andy, and she based her everything on DB. That lady hasn't lived with a man in 4 years. Why is she still crying about stuff that happened 20 years ago? Because she wants to make you feel sorry for her and forget about Summer Wells. That's what it's all about. That's always what it's been all about with this lady. I don't know why people can't see that. She misdirects our thoughts away from Summer Wells every time she opens her mouth, and it's time to stop.
My heart really cannot take this. I'm about to stroke the fuck out.
She's been on YouTube for 4 whole years since then.
That piece of fucking shit. We're all about to have a chat about what transpired. What everybody on here has been wanting for so many fucking days. What half of this shit show and the manipulation of me was about. But you know what? We're getting ready to give it my fucking opinion attached.
We've been strung along with a big old nothing burger from JodiSue Brown for 4 years.
And fucking dipshit on the other fucking hill that Dawn needs to go jerk off and beat on. Maybe we can fucking beat on each other. Like, seriously. Fucking beating on women and children. I don't give a fuck if she's drunk. I don't give a fuck if he's drunk. Oh, and then my favorite part today. Finding a baby shoe in the fucking car under the floorboard. So it tells me it wasn't wrong about new kids being around fucking Baltimore either, and possibly fucking his. So there's another kid walking to be fucking abused or killed by another motherfucking abuser. But nobody's gonna give a shit until...
All those times she told us they've been talking to feds, they've been talking to Ronnie Lawson, they've been talking to this one, they've been talking to that one, cops. All that was lies. You heard Andybernard say they never even dipped their phones. This lady has told lie after lie after lie to keep herself in the limelight. She has led us on. She has led us astray. She has led us away from the Summer Wells case.
Until, that's my favorite goddamn word this year. Nobody gives a shit about these kids until, not the women until, they have no idea how these goddamn abusers work and the shit they're capable of. And then to think,
you know what? A lot of psychos, real true psychopathic people, think they're the smartest person in the world. But they're not. They find out they're not.
if this motherfucker might be working with Keys and them, and maybe that was the end goal, and then here comes Cher out tonight with saying that there's been money pushed to Donnie, you know, through all this fucking fundraising shit that I know I would believe, because it's like, fuck, you know, otherwise Candace would okay the image if that was right. Like, so it has to be a setup. Man, was this also maybe Don could get fucking money?
See, when she came on YouTube, there was all this money for Summer Wells Reward Fund. There was a lot of money floating around then in the Summer Wells case on YouTube.
I hate fucking YouTube. And I really fucking hate humanity tonight. But I know what I really don't like, and that's a motherfucker laying hands on somebody, whether they are fucking drunk, guilty, not guilty. I've told you from the beginning, I don't care who the fuck's guilty, as long as there's proof and they get prosecuted. I don't care who it is. I'm not trying to protect anybody, but you don't lay your goddamn hands on a woman or children. And none of these goddamn cops or anybody else, they don't care. They don't care.
How many times has she told us that she kept right up with the feds and the cops and the sheriff's department? It was all lies.
And everybody thinks me convoluting the domestic violence with. No, that's how these fucking children get gone. Y'all talk about the fucking lifestyle. You talk about how shitty your parents is there. Well, you know, statistics say that children are most likely taken, kidnapped, molested from homes just like that. You stop that by cutting down on domestic violence. You prosecute the men who are most likely to commit crimes against children and women, like Petito, like Summer, by prosecuting the fuck out of them. By taking orders of protection seriously. That's how you fucking stop it. You don't make them fucking jokes.
That was the plan all along, for her and Andy to act like mortal enemies. They weren't. They were not. Somebody paid JodiSue to stay on YouTube for 4 years.
God, I can't even feel my fucking right arm or half of my face right now.